Hi Gemini, welcome to your 2024-25 Astrology Horoscope forecast. Welcome to your annual astrology reading. Now this is a transitional year. We're moving from the earth and the water energies and we're moving more into the fire and air frequencies, which is good for you Geminians because you are an air sign. I am going to be focusing more on slow moving planet. I'm going to be looking at Pluto and I'm going to be looking at Jupiter. I've spoken at great length on Pluto. I'm going to be linking up my video over here. You may go and watch it as exactly what Pluto is all about and how it impacts us generally, globally, personally. Over here, of course, I'm going to be picking up the specific house, that how it is that it's going to be impacting you specifically. Now, this is relevant for those of you who have your sun, moon, and rising in Gemini. Pluto is one of the slowest moving planets. It takes about 252 years to orbit around the Earth. And it is also one of the most potent planets. Besides being the slowest, it's known as a dwarf planet, but it also is a ruler of underworld. So where a Saturn comes and goes off in a year, 2.5 years, Pluto tends to dig everything deep underneath and it tends to pull it out for inspection. And also because it's a slow moving transit, it has been there in Capricorn for the last 20 years. So there could be that you have experienced issues with authority, with your bosses, with superiors, with structure, maybe there has been insecurity as far as work is concerned, as far as foundational issues, that is home is concerned, finances are concerned. And also this may have had to do a lot with power struggle as to what is it that you get on the table vis-a-vis what is it that you're getting. So it may have been quite a 20-year of transactional energy, Geminians, wherein that you had sort of, or you have become the sort of a person wherein you're literally counting, am I getting this? Or if I'm giving this, am I getting that? So it may have become a purely transactional thing. Now, Pluto has moved or will be moving mid-Jan into Aquarius, and it is going to be aspecting a part of your chart that is all about long distance travel. It is about spirituality. It is about understanding other cultures. It is about also, I think, some way deepening your own sense of not just spirituality but also your worldview, how it is that you look at your life per se. So there's going to be, if earlier it's been like a very ho-hum kind of a thing, now it will become really magnified, and you will be forced to look at it, not just forced, but there will be a lot of instances over the next 20 years which will pan out, which will make you change and move. I'll speak about it in more detail. We have Jupiter that is then moving. These are just the quick highlights that I'm giving you into your first house. And then we also have Mercury retrogrades that are there. Now, Pluto in your house of learning, this is the house of spirituality, this is the house of long distance travel. It does speak about meeting people on a soul level. It speaks about gradual but slow changes to your belief system. And it also is going to be changing your general outlook in life. So some of the beliefs that you may have carried till now, Geminians, in that you may have either they have been fed to you or you have grown up with them, seeing around you with your experiences. That's how we form our opinions. But this may also have to do with your stuff that you've picked up from your parents, from your siblings, from your children. And all of that now will start getting transformed. You will be forced to look at life, at the world with a different perspective. And also, which is a good thing, because it may be that all those notions are outdated, that they are no longer relevant. They could just be some conspiracy theories. There could be stuff that may have emerged out of your own insecurity, or maybe insecurity that your parents faced or your sibling faced or your children face. and it could be all of that that may have sort of brought that veil of perspective for you. But with Pluto over here, your expectations are going to transform. And it's also very interesting because while the change is there, Pluto also tends to bring about a lot of obsessiveness. It can bring about a lot of intensity. So you're no longer sort of meeting people on a very superficial way. You want deep connects, you want soul connects, and it can be. I think the wonderful thing is that travel is going to be there's going to be plenty of travel, but it's going to be really beneficial for you. That you will be your mind literally will be altering because of all the travel that you do. It's an extremely strong time for students, for people who want to upskill, who want to study, for publishing, promoting, and sharing your ideas with others. Try again not to over attach yourself to your opinions, and for trying to convert others to your way of seeing things during this transit. It's a time when you can reach many people with your ideas or guidance as well. And it can be, that you will face or experience some profound life changing experiences through your travel. And there is a lot of maturity and a lot of wisdom that you're going to gain with this Pluto transit, Geminians. If so far you have sort of, like I said, the energy has been very transactory, when I'm giving this, am I getting that? It's constantly been like that for 20 years. You've done that. It's always been like a debate. It's always been like a measured thing. If I'm giving this only, or if I'm getting this, I can only give this much in return. I'm not going to sort of increase the measure of my cup. But now I think with the Pluto transit, I think the only thing to watch out would be that don't get too fixated about that, whether it is travel or whether it is how you think that the world or people should be. Don't sort of marry your own opinions, and don't hardwire yourself to your opinions. Keep your mind a little fluid, allow space for growth, experience enough, through places, through people, and even spirituality. Let that deepen and let the wisdom sort of come. So I would say, wear your coat very lightly. Don't be sort of in this thing of, if I have not got an X, I'm not going to be giving a Y kind of. And it's everywhere. It's not just your work, it's your personal relationships as well. It is how you're dealing with uh, everyone around you, or like I said, in friendships, in work, this thing, maybe it's a time of learning and imbibing more. You are on another phase of your life, and that's how you need to be looking at it. We have a lunar eclipse on March 25th, and that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And then we have a solar eclipse that is there on the 8th of April, and that is there in your house of friends. This is the house of groups of people. So it can be that end of March 2024, that either a passion project comes to an end, or there is a sense of you finish writing a book, you finish writing that piece of music and releasing it. And also they can be I think they can also be, it can also be a time that maybe, one of your child is going off to school or is going out of country, and they could be that thing of another sort of cutting off the umbilical tie, or sort of, let them go. Solar eclipse on 8th of April is bringing about newer set of friends, newer groups of people, which are going to be um, helping you broaden your outlook as well. So both the eclipses, the first set of eclipses and the eclipse effect lasts for about 6 months. They are going to be there in your house of groups of people and your love, romance, and creativity. So there you can expect changes in creativity, in romance, and at workplace as well. On May the 25th, we have Jupiter that is going to be moving into your own house, Geminians, and it's going to be there for a year. It's a fabulous, fabulous gift. And because this happens only once in 12 years. And so Pluto in your house of spirituality, long distance travel, and learning is going to be resonating with Jupiter that is there in your own house of self. And this can often bring about a sense of self-awareness